man, I am not ready for this. Even though I know it comes at this time every year here, I am not ready for the frost and the freezing temperatures and the cold. Whew. But it's here anyways. Right now I'm outside getting some skin contact with my feet with the earth, grounding out, also called earthing. And it's really good for you. It's good for our bodies to be able to have the contact with the earth, that skin to skin contact, or that skin to earth contact with the earth. We're electrical beings, and we need to have that contact with the earth, which is also an electrical system, and not constantly walking around in rubber sole shoes, because we're meant to be in contact with the earth. I'm also out here getting exposure to the ambient temperatures. With it being cold, it definitely feels invigorating. But that too is also good for us. We need to be able to go outside and experience the natural temperature that is around us. I'm not saying you can't ever be inside with adjusted temperatures, but we need to have that exposure to the outdoors and to the temperatures in the summer when it's hot and we're sweating. That's good for us too from time to time, as well as the fall and spring when it's a little more pleasant, and even when it's the latter part of fall and winter when it's cold. So we need that too. So it's good for our resilience, it's good for our adjusting our bodies and all the chemistry that is involved with that, and it's good for our minds. It's just overall good for us, and it even can help, supposedly help with your metabolic rate and helping your body to burn more fat. So not that I need to burn fat, I'm not trying to lose any more weight, but I want to feel good and be healthy. And anyways, we had our first frost, and I was not ready for it. We were not ready for it here. And a result of that, we lost a number of plants here. We lost our basil that we had growing outside. We've lost our okra. We lost our eggplant. We lost our squash. Bummer. We could have been, but thankfully we didn't lose things like our peppers. They didn't get super cold, so they were fine. As well as some of the things in our greenhouse. The basil that we had in there is doing fine, and also a number of our greens, they can survive for the most part without any really super cold temperatures. So, but we will want to get those covered. And speaking of getting covered, we had the frost, our first frost, the other night. Last night we were going to have another one, so I went ahead and covered a number of these things up, just a quick cover up, and thankfully I did that. So hopefully I will be able to spare my peppers for long term, because I've heard that peppers are perennial and they actually do better in the second year. So I'm hoping that we can save them, because this has been the year of the peppers for us. They've been doing really, really well. Well, Josiah over there, he's over there getting some of his ambient exposure as well. The kids seem to do a lot better with that than us adults, particularly me. Maybe I'm a wimp or wuss or something. And speaking of Josiah, he's also been doing a really good job of getting up each morning. He's been inspired by reading this book by Jocko Willink of it's called Warrior Kid. So each morning he's been driven to get up early, because he's had some issues with that in the past, but he's doing much better now. And actually when he wakes up, he gets up and does push-ups every day, just like the Warrior Kid in Jocko's book. So I'm really glad that he's been inspired by that. It's helping, I can see it helping him out. And I've been trying to make sure that the kids really get good books and watch things and listen to things that inspire them to greatness, not candy. There's time for candy and fun as far as eating it, as well as visual and play candy, like where you're just doing things out of pleasure. But then most of the time we should be taking in things that help us to grow. All right, well, I think my time out here in the elements is over. So I'm gonna head inside where it's a little bit warmer, and we actually have a fire going, and I'm gonna warm up now. Oh, and I almost forgot. Selah and I have really been going to town, moving mulch around our permaculture orchard area. Earlier, I mentioned resilience, and a couple days ago, we moved the ducklings outside, out of the brooder, outside, And I was a little nervous about them being outside, but still being young, and the temperature's getting cold. But you know what? Those little guys and gals are resilient. I have the heat lamp out for them, but they haven't even wanted it. They've been away, they've been out, even when it was raining, when the tropical storm came through, they were just having a good old time, and they seem to be adapting very well. Well, I'm adapting to the warmer temperatures now in here with the fire that's going, so thank you for keeping the wood stove going for me.
Oh, you're welcome. You know me, a little pyro.
But we got an upgrade that we're planning to do here in the yurt in regards to the temperature.
Yes, we bought a mini split system. You know, we love our wood stove and it's great, but whenever you have it as your single heat source, you spend a lot of time chopping wood, and if you go somewhere and your house cools down, it's cold when you get back, and you can't go anywhere if it's below freezing or your pipes will freeze. So we wanted to have a little bit of flexibility with that, so we ordered a mini split system.
And I do enjoy splitting wood. However, it's much more enjoyable to do it when you aren't in a crunch to do it. Like when you're like, it's cold inside the house and you're like, oh, I gotta go split some wood. Yes, I know I should be splitting the wood at other times before we get in the bind, but it'd just be so nice to have that mini split system in here, just to kind of have another heat source to rely on and not just totally rely on manpower and wood. It'll just be a nice addition.
And air conditioning for the summertime. So we were over at Rosa's yurt, and her mini split did such a good job of heating and cooling that we wanted something that's going to be more efficient and work for us a little better.
And Lacie ordered the mini split system a couple days ago, but it's supposed to be here today, any minute now. But in the meantime, what are we going to be doing?
We're going to be working on some homeschool, and I just got a new curriculum that's homeopathy based to teach your kids health and how to treat themselves. So I am super excited about this curriculum. Paola Brown has put it together, and I'm going to keep y'all updated on you know, what I think about it and how it's teaching our kids to treat themselves and others. The delivery driver just called and he's gonna be here in just a little bit. So I am gonna head outside and warm the lull up because it is kind of chilly this morning, and take it to the end of the driveway. I think Mike is out here working on closing up the greenhouse. So let's go get him so he can help me.
Lacie is much better at driving that thing than I am. She's done it for a long time. And the delivery driver was actually pretty surprised when she was the one that was going to drive it, because he was looking at me, talking to me like I was going to drive. And I was like, nope, she's going to be the one driving it. And it's not the first time this happened. It's happened other times, but it's always interesting. They think I'm going to be the one operating the heavy equipment, but Lacie is so much better. All right, guys, we got our mini split system here. It's going to help us to stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. That means you have to split less wood, right? Are you happy about that? You ready, Micah? So we're gonna be reaching out to Evan to help me get this set up, because I want to get it set up. Even though it's supposed to get warmer, the lows are not gonna be as low the next few days. I think we're gonna be back in the 50s for the low, so yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But in the meantime, we need to start getting everything ready, more ready for the colder temperatures.
Yes.
Me included.
And even with these temperatures getting warmer, I know the cold is coming, and we still have some stuff in the garden that I want to preserve. So there's some more fermenting I want to do. I'm gonna go pick some more peppers and start fermenting those.
Sounds good. I'll be out here continuing the work, and I think the kids and I will help you with harvesting and stuff, so you can get things set up for fermenting, because we definitely appreciate fermenting foods that we've been eating lately.
Yes, so good for the gut health and your microbiome.
That's right. We just keep throwing out health tips in this video.
We want you to be healthy too. We want to be
exactly
healthy.
right.
We want you to be healthy.
Talked about grounding, talked about ambient temperatures, and now we're talking about the benefits of eating fermented food, which we need to eat every day.
That's right.
I do not recommend doing your low tunnel this way. This is one of those things, it's the middle of the night, and you're like, oh snap, we're about to have a freeze, and then you just come outside while it's still dark and cover it up. That's what I did here. And it looks to seems to have worked. Just a little bit of damage here, but I can still get harvest from here, as well as we're gonna be cutting these down here pretty soon. So that way we can winterize them. So I was told that you just cut them right down to about 6 to 8 inches tall, and then just cover them during the winter, and they grow back in the spring. So that's what I'm attempting to do. But first we're gonna harvest these. So some of these, so Lacie can do some fermentation.
I get a lot of comments asking if I do a lot of canning. Well, in the past I have, but right now I really haven't. I haven't had the time, and we haven't had a lot of extra to actually can. But one thing I really do love to do is ferment. Last year I started fermenting, and I just started with carrots, and then moved on to cauliflower and green beans, and now I'm doing peppers. And it's such an easy way to preserve the harvest. Now when I started, all I had to go on was a book that I had and looking online. And I am a very visual learner, so I like to see videos and in action, but I didn't really have a whole bunch of information in one place to just study until our friends over on the Art and Bree channel. They just made a fermenting class. It's called Fermenting Foundations, and it's a 3-week online class. And I was able to get into the beta group, so I could, give them some feedback on what I thought about it. And let me tell you, I really enjoyed going through that course. It gives you easy, simple recipes to do. It also goes over food safety, the history of fermenting, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because today is the last day that you're able to sign up for that course. So I just wanted to let you know about it. I'm going to put all the information down in the show notes and in the pinned comment so you can take a look at it and see if fermenting is right for you.